Alright guys, welcome to the video. Hope everyone is well. Today we're going to be going exploring Budapest and seeing what sites they have to offer and some of the history maybe of the city. But I just thought I'd start this video by showing you something. So I'm trying to avoid tourist areas. I'm trying to get, authentic experiences and not spend loads of money. And I just thought I'd show you the area of which I have picked my hostel, because as you know I'm very good at doing my research. So obviously I'm avoiding touristy areas. So my hostel is just over the road here, and to show how untouristy it is, we've got this nice little thing in the middle. It's very pretty. So on this side we have the Burger King. Just across the road from there is a McDonald's. We have a sushi restaurant here, which is obviously authentically Hungarian. We also have a Vision Express. So yeah, so I'm really living the life of the common people. But first we've got a short walk to an area where, when I checked on Google Maps, was littered with attractions. So let's see what they've got there. Just thought I'd mention that I'm trying to add more cost breakdowns in these videos, but I'll let you know that in Hungary the money is quite different. So for example, you could pay 2,000 huff, and I'll be honest, it's not much. It's like £4 something or £8 something. I might be wrong, but I'm slightly struggling to get my head around it. But I will try and keep you updated on how much things cost, and how it relates to the British pound. But the more I get used to it, the more I'll add to these videos. So straight away, we've got all these plants at the side of the road, which makes the street look very pretty. Buildings are good. Apparently there's architectural rule in Budapest that the buildings are not allowed to be more than, I think it's 96 feet, or I might not be feet, I'll double check that, but yeah. So all the buildings are all the way up to a certain height, so you won't find any skyscrapers, or I can't think of much else. You won't find a big London Eye in the middle of it. But yeah, it's all very pretty. It won't take long until I'm at my first place on the map, but I'm trying not to use Google Maps because I'm worried I'm going to use all my data and not have access to it. I probably should start downloading them, to be honest. It might make my life simpler, but yeah. Right, so the first thing we come to is this heart wall, where they've done a symbol to love. Now, I'll be honest, the colours, I don't know if they are related to the Ukrainian flag, whether that was there before, whether this was added during or after that period, but yeah, it could be related, could be not. And wall art in the city is quite common. So for example, I'm looking at this, is if I go over here, you've got that up there. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about that. There is a QR code, but I'm not climbing up that building to read it. And then across the road, you've got that, which I'll try and get close to get a better view of. But yeah, it's all very pretty. Right, so this is a monument to a man called Karl Lutz, or Lutz. And if you're wondering who that is, he was a Swiss diplomat who served for a long time until the end of World War II, and he's accredited to saving over 60,000 Jews during that time. So yeah, I think of all the monuments I've seen, I think he's the most deserving so far. But it's pretty cool. Let me go take a side view of it, because yeah, very thin. I mean, sometimes you forget that Hungary had a big part to play during the Second World War, so there might be quite a few monuments to people and a few memorials around here. But if you're into history and modern history like me, then you'll find it quite interesting. Yeah. Right, so if you're into sports like me, I'm really into football. History of football can be quite interesting to you. Now, in 1953, Hungary were Olympic champions, and were on a 24-game unbeaten run, I believe. And in that year, they played an exhibition match against England, which they won 6-3. And to commemorate this, they put a massive mural on the side of this building. So yeah, bit of football and sporting prowess from the Hungarians. I think many years ago the Hungarians were very good. If you've ever heard of Ferenc Puskás, he's a very famous player. In fact, they made the Puskás Award for the best goal of the year and named it after him. So yeah, it's all very intriguing. So I was walking to my next destination. I stumbled across this little cafe. It looks very pretty. Got another mural on the wall. But yeah, they had the goulash, which is a very popular dish in Hungary. And I thought, I was going to say when in Rome, but we're not in Rome. We'll give it a try and see what it's like. Alright, so my goulash has arrived. So goulash is a traditional dish made with meat, chunks of veg, and I believe these are the dumplings here. It's a dish that they eat across many countries in Europe. It's claimed that it was invented in Hungary many, many years ago. And it's made, it looks like it's made out of tomato, but it's actually made with paprika. So yeah. So let's give it a try. Probably get a spoon. It's very nice. I thought it was going to be spicy, but it's not. It's very flavoursome. Let's try it with the dumplings. Yeah, it's very nice. It tastes a bit like it's like a really soft pasta, like a gnocchi, but it's not got like the chewiness of pasta, if that makes any sense. Maybe it's because dumplings are made out of bready, maybe they're a bit doughy, but yeah, it's really good. They got this nice cream on top. It's like a sour cream. So, definitely very good, very good. All right, so the goulash is very nice. However, again, I fell into the very simple trap of going up to somewhere, going, oh, I really want to try that, pointing and going, yes. Because that meal for the goulash, which is meant to be a hearty traditional dish, and one bottle of Coke which was about half the size of a regular bottle, cost me £16. So, as much as I'd like to recommend people try goulash, which you should, you know, it'd be a beautiful meal on a winter's day. Well, right now it's a rainy day because it's just absolutely annihilated me. So, lesson in Dan: stop buying things unnecessarily, you absolute complete buffoon. But anyway, on the other hand, this wasn't part of the tour, but I just come up to this beautiful little road and look at all these fountains in the middle, trees. Over there there's a man sunbathing under a blanket. I think he's dead. I hope he's not dead. So ruined the vlog a bit. But yeah, I'm going to try and walk down the middle of that. It looks very peaceful and tranquil. Well, I say now, it's not a footpath, that's a tram track, so maybe not. Anyway, we move on. Also, you probably can't see this on my camera. I mean, my screen that I look at is very small, but I said before about the height of buildings and there not being a, they're not going to have like a London Eye. Well, that was wrong, because right in the distance, somewhere about here, there is a Ferris wheel. But it sort of makes me look like a complete idiot. Anyway, I'll join you when I find something new. There appears to be some local people having a heated conversation about nothing. I owe you an apology. I misread my billing for the goulash. It was actually £18, so it's even worse. So yeah, I just thought I'd be open and honest with you about how stupid I really am. Yeah, I got some more wall art for you. This little square here is quite pretty. Yeah, look, we're in the middle now. You can see all the fountains properly, and the trams go either side of it. It's very pretty. There's a lot of hidden treasures in Hungary, but I'm hoping to unearth some of it and sell it, because I'm going to be eating out of the bin by the time I get to Turkey at this rate. Alright guys, so I'm starting to get used to how things work here. Because in Prague and even in Hungary, one of the things they specialise in is something called a chimney cake. It looks very fancy, it's circular, it's got a hole in it like a chimney. And some have ice creams or chocolate, other bits and bobs. I just had a look in the window and it's 3,500. I thought, okay. So then I researched it. £8.30. I was like, yeah, right, I'm not a complete idiot. I'm learning my lesson. So no chimney cake for Dan, unless you can find one at a respectable price. Yeah. Just thought I'd show you that I'm learning my lessons a little bit. Still a long way to go though. Yeah, so they're the chimney cakes I was on about. £8.50 for that. Or 30. Yeah, there's a little fountain with a boy with his chap out. Don't know what that represents, but seems interesting enough. So I was just walking around. I come across this. What even is that? Reminds me of when I had that hemorrhoid. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? See if we can do something touristy. I'll do for the thumbnail. I just thought I'd stop and show you this. This is to commemorate a battle between the barbarians and the Romans. So not all history in Budapest is World War II. It's a very tiny square that they saved to commemorate that battle. Yeah, it's very interesting. So yeah, because you know the Romans were known for coming over and conquering and taking over the continent. I always find it hilarious that when they came to England, they pillaged and conquered, pillaged and conquered, pillaged and conquered. Got to Scotland and went, whoa, let's build a wall. But yeah, very interesting. So this is a statue to the Prophet Sandor. He is he's a prophet who's believed to be a very influential figure in the Hungarian Revolution of 1848. And yeah, they felt fitting to commemorate him with a statue. There's a lot of statues in Prague, I've noticed. As you probably have, I've been vlogging all of them. But yeah, and I believe not only is there a statue named after him, I may have to check Google Maps to confirm, but this is the Sandor Bridge, also commemorated after him. And it looks like at the top there's another statue for something, and a Hungarian flag. I'm not sure what that is, I may have to Google that. Maybe we'll go visit that tomorrow, but right now I am not climbing the millions of steps it would take me to go there. Plus, I want to go in a different direction as the tram comes past me. But also from this point, you get a nice view of the Danube River. There might be that. Danube, who knows. But yeah, it's all very pretty. I'm coming to this river tomorrow, so I'll give you some fun facts about that. But yeah, there's some more things to come. So we'll keep on going this way down the river. I think I'm going to be brave and try one of these electric bikes. I don't know how I'm going to be able to film using it, or even how it works. But we've got a 17-minute walk or a quick use of one of these. So I'll let you know how that goes. So I just wanted to show you that I've just parked up here in the ground and started to steam with cold water, which is nice. And I was actually stopping here to tell you about this statue, which is dedicated to Count Giulia Andresi, who he served as a Hungarian Prime Minister in 1867 to 1880 something. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive statue of him. And he's outside this pretty impressive building. Yeah, so this building is a Gothic political building. It has a name that I can't pronounce. In fact, hold on a minute, let's go for a wander. There you go. Ulesi. Yeah, there's also a massive statue of a guy on a horse over there, but I can't be bothered going over there, to be honest. So I'm going to get back on my line bike and go to the place that I've been trying to get to for the past 20 minutes. It would have took me about an hour, but this thing is flown. Although it keeps cutting out. I don't know if it's geographical, it knows people around, so I don't know any pedestrians, or it needs to recharge its batteries. But yeah, I like it. Right, so the place I wanted to come to today, it's a bit of a sombre topic, but they call it the iron shoes. To these, Now obviously there's a lot of history of the Second World War with you know, all the horrific things that happened, but these represent the Jewish people who were told to take off their valuable shoes, and unfortunately once they did that they were shot and left to fall into the canal where they lay in the cold water. And this is a reminder of some of the things that happened during that time. So yeah. Alright guys, so this is the famous chain bridge in Budapest. Now Budapest itself was actually two cities, Buda, and over the river, over the river is Buda, and here is Pest. Now we're going to see a bit more of Buda tomorrow, but this bridge was the first bridge and is the oldest bridge across the Danube River, and was built in 1849. It was designed by a British person and built by a Scottish person whose names are, William Tierney Clark, and the Scottish engineer was Adam Clark. I don't know if they're related, but yeah. And that bridge is what united both Buda and Pest to create Budapest. So yeah, there seems to be a massive building up there. I assume that's one of the parliamentary buildings because it looks like a cathedral of some sort. Absolutely huge. But it's beautiful. As you can see on the other side of the river, there's lots of there's all these spirals. I mean, you've got boat tours down there, but I'm not interested in that. It's been way too much already. But yeah. But I think that's going to be the last place I visit today. What I'll do is I'll finish with the line bike and I'll let you know how much that cost me. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.